What is going on, guys? This is Trendkill, and welcome to the second video in my Beginner's Tips and Tricks Guide series for the Elder Scrolls Online. Now, I've made 4 beginners videos, but these are more of general videos where they're going to talk about general tips, general tricks, and things that you can do to better the quality of life or to learn more about the game. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in because I've got a lot of things to talk about in this video, assuming I don't decide for some random reason that it's gone on too long. So let's start off with chat. Now, 9 times out of 10, as you're watching chat scroll across, you're going to see messages from guild members, from your party, from the zone. People in the zone are constantly arguing, trying to sell shit, looking for groups. It's kind of a hectic chat. It's a very simple chat. So what I like to do, if you look here, I've got my own separate chat tab. And basically all that is a chat tab that is set up to ignore zone chat. So it's only going to be people that are whispering stuff to me, or people that are talking in guild chat, or my party, right? So I'm going to click TK. You're going to see how it filters all this zone crap out, right? Click it, and bam. All that is my guild logging on and off, and what my guild is saying. So let me show you how to do that real quick. First off, there's a little plus here. You're going to click that. You can filter anything out that you want to. Now, the first time you filter it out, it may not get everything, but the next time you filter it out, or the next time you load your game up, I should say, most of the stuff will be out. So I'm going to unclick Zone Chat, and actually, just for fun, I'm going to unclick, let's unclick Trend Nation as a guild, and Arcanum as a guild, and we'll just go from there. So let's go over to our tab and see what happens. And our tab is empty. All it shows is that 2 people logged on and off, and again, like I said, it doesn't get everything the first time. When I log out and back in, that will be completely empty. Now, if I wanted to make this tab not show anything, I can right-click on it, go to Options, and I can just unclick everything. And unclicking everything, what that will do will be to hide all chat that I will ever could possibly receive if I just want to ignore everybody else that's online and play the game single player. So there's a lot of things that you can do with the chat tabs. I'm just going to reset that to default. Actually, it doesn't even matter because I'm just going to delete it anyway. But there's a lot of things you can do with the chat tabs that can make it a little better experience for you without actually having to go on and get a chat add-on. So that's a small tip. That's something that you can do to better the quality of life of your game. Also, let's talk a little bit about respecs. Now, a lot of people, I get asked a lot, can you respec in the game? You know, I've played through with these skills, and now I don't like them anymore. Well, sure, you can respec. The issue is that you have to get to the second main city of your faction. Now, I've only played on Ebonheart Pact in the actual game. I played on others in the beta, but I never even made it remotely far enough in that part of the beta to know what all those cities were called. But in the Ebonheart Pact, let me zoom out here. You're going to see you start off in Stone Falls, and your main city in Stone Falls is called Davin's Watch. Okay? So Davin's Watch is the first main city. We're going to zoom back out. We are going to go to Deshawn, which is the second zone in the Ebonheart Pact. And Deshawn's main city is called Mournhold, which is the city that I'm in currently. Now, in the center of town, on the map of Mournhold, you'll see a rededication shrine icon. And you can rededicate, and I'll show you in here. Let's go. I believe this is it. It says the Bank of Mournhold, but I believe this is where the rededication shrine's at. Yeah, okay. So we got the Shrine to Mara. This is where you can get married if you've got the things from the pre-order, which I can't remember what it's called, the Pact of Mara or the Rings of Mara or some shit like that. You got a Shrine to Kine, which gives you a donation opportunity or option to readjust all of your attributes. Now, your attributes are all the points that you've put into magicka, health, and stamina as you're leveling up. You've also got an option to, where this is a Shrine of Stoon, and I'm sure this is different for each faction, I'm not sure, to make a donation of 6,000 of 6,000 gold, and that is going to completely erase all of the skill points that I've put in to all of my abilities. Now, the reason the first one is 29 and the second one is 60 is that for 2,900, that is 1 point, or I'm sorry, 100 gold for each point I've put into my attributes. The Shrine of Stoon is almost 6,000, or it is 6,000, because that is for each skill point that I've put in. So I've put in 29 points of skills worth of levels, and I've found apparently 31 skill points worth of quests, dungeons, and sky shards. So I've got 60 points that I could dedicate to other attributes or other skills if I were to use the Shrine of Stoon. It's expensive as shit, but yes, you can do it. It's an all or nothing erase. You cannot go and take off 5 skill points out of the stuff that you don't want and put 5 back in. You have to do all of your skill points or 0 of your skill points. So hopefully that makes you understand rededication a little better, or respecking, as we call it in other MMOs, a little better. And again, I'm not sure. Maybe I can find the names of the cities, but you should know your faction's main city out of each zone. That way you don't have to worry about me telling you the incorrect thing. Just know that by the time you get to the second zone, the second main city is where you're going to rededicate. All right, let's talk about our third tip now, which is how to efficiently collect materials for crafting, or for the profession that you've chosen. If you remember in our crafting video, very quickly, you need ore to create ingots, you need ingots to create white items, or basic normal items, you need honing stones, using blacksmithing as an example, to turn that white item into a green fine item, and you need dwarven oil to turn that fine item into a superior blue item, again, grain solvent to make it purple, and tempering alloy to make it legendary. So you need all of these materials, and they're not easy to come across. Basically, you have to deconstruct a blue item to have a chance to get dwarven oil. Well, obviously, we know blue items don't just fall out of the sky, and when you get a blue item, you only have a chance to get dwarven oil. Same with honing stones. You have to deconstruct green items to get a chance to get a honing stone. Same with grain solvent, same with tempering alloy. However, there are abilities in your crafting passive abilities that you can put points into that give you the opportunity of getting random quality improvement materials. One of those is called a hireling. If you can hire a hireling by putting points into this ability, once you get to, I believe it's level 3, your hireling will send you a bag or a consumable that when you use or open, it will give you random blacksmithing materials. And that will happen once per day, every single day. Well, there's a kind of a, some people aren't gonna like this, it's kind of a workaround, it's kind of a glitchy thing. I'm gonna log out here, but you can create multiple alts or multiple secondary characters. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, I'm just gonna name him blah, 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 blah. We're gonna create him. When you do this, you're gonna wanna skip the Wailing Prison. This is skipping the tutorial, and it will automatically start you at level 3. All you have to do at that point is find enough iron things, or enough steel things, or enough metal things to head over to the blacksmithing, or wood things if you're gonna go to woodworking, or clothing, or cloth if you're gonna go to the clothing profession. You gotta find enough of those things to deconstruct to get your level up really quickly, which shouldn't be an issue considering this is an alt, and you can send a lot of that steel or wood or clothing stuff over to your secondary character, and he can deconstruct it. Well, basically, once I get to crafting level 3, I believe, yes, it is blacksmithing rank 3, I can hire that hireling. So I can do this as many times as I want. I can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alts that all have this hireling ability that are all getting random bags of mining equipment every single day, and I can get those bags and then open those bags on my main account. So that's a way, if you want to collect materials faster, that is a way to work around this and be able to get 5, 6, 7 bags of blacksmithing materials per day, each of those having a chance to drop blues or purples or oranges when it comes to your improving materials. So some of you might think that's an exploit, some of you might think that's an ingenious way or a workaround to be able to get more materials to better your crafting. It's up to you whether you want to do that or not. You can obviously see from my character list that I am not doing that. Doesn't mean I won't, doesn't mean I'm against it, it just means I haven't done it yet, or I have decided maybe not to do it. So it's completely up to you. Use that at your own discretion. If you are that kind of gamer, then go for it. If you're not and you want to do it legit, go for that too. It's all about the tips and tricks. I'm just giving you the information. You decide whether you use it or not. And the last tip we're going to talk about is your dailies, the things that you can do on a daily basis or an hourly basis or whatever that you need to make sure that you're remembering to do. If you are, and I'm really bad at these, this is a tip I need for myself, but if you are an avid crafter, you want to make sure that you are researching traits as much as possible. Now let me find something that I can research. Here is a helmet that I can research reinforced for. So what I'm going to do is basically I've got an item that's got, let's see, there it is, the Helm of Magicka that's got reinforced on it. Increases this item's armor value by 5%. Well, I'm going to sacrifice that item to start researching reinforced. I apologize, I am getting like 45 messages on my phone right now. Let me go ahead and hit R. I'm going to research the trait from this helmet. This will be destroyed, but I am now researching 1 out of 2 traits. When this is finished, as I'm crafting items, I will have the opportunity to put reinforced on there if I use this material, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. Sardonyx, it might look like. Something like that. I can do another one if I have a weapon, which I don't think I do. Do I have another piece of armor? I do. I have a girdle, which has training on it. Increases armor skill and experience with this armor type. So I'm going to research that as well. Why not, right? Get rid of it. Boom. Now I've got 2 things researching, both of which will be done in 6 hours. Not bad, right? So that's one. The other thing is make sure you are feeding your horse every single day. You can feed your horse every 20 hours. I am awful. I am awful at this. I forget all the time. So let's go to the map here. The stables are over this direction. We're going to ride over there. Remember, your horse barely gets any faster when you feed it, but it does. And every single day, it gains 1% speed if you choose to give it the speed bonus. It also has a stamina bonus, and you can also give it a bonus to holding stuff, whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. We'll find out here in just a second. So we're going to head over to the stables. We'll talk to this chick. I believe it's Oats Storage. Is that the word I'm looking for? Talk to Helma. Nope, not Helma. We'll talk to Darview. Let's view my stable. So, feeding your mount apples will increase its speed. Feeding your mount hay will increase its stamina, allowing it to sprint longer and take more hits before becoming dismounted, which is obviously not a bad idea. And also, feeding your mount oats will increase its carrying capacity. Capacity was the word I was looking for. So I've got 1 in stamina. I don't think actually, have I not bought anything on this character? What an atrocity. I'm buying speed. So in 20 hours, I will be able to put speed on my horse again. I am just stupid. I am buying it on my healer, but apparently not on my main character. So Butt Stallion is fairly slow. Well, there you go. That's why you don't forget, kids. Don't forget to feed your horse because it will only make you a little more efficient, a little faster. And by now, with the days that I've spent playing this game, started on day 1 of the playthrough, or of the early access, and we are now, what, 5 or 6, maybe a week past that? My horse should be probably running at 30% faster, and I'm running at 16. So I'm an idiot. And that's all there is to it. But anyway, don't forget to do those things. Every 20 hours for your horse. And depending on how much you've researched, every 6, I believe it's 18, 24, and 48 hours. 6, 12, 24, and 48 might sound better. 6, 12, 24, and 48 hours for your research. I believe once you get to a certain research point, it's like 2 days before you can learn other things. So, yeah. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. I've got 2 more tips. I'm going to just start working on the next video right now and get out tip 3. Tip video 3 for you guys. So if you have any questions, comments, or you have any tips that you want to add to this list, then please make sure you leave that stuff in the comment section below. Otherwise, guys, I will see you next time. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me, and we will see you later.